In hockey news, the NHL is in the process of making the biggest shift in its history. The Governor's Board has approved a swing to the new 4-conference alignment from the current 2-conference setup. The change will be in effect starting next season. The board wants to switch in order to accommodate the new location of the Winnipeg Jets franchise, who moved from Atlanta over the summer. Bruins fans, if approved, can find the Bees in a conference along with their rivals, the Montreal Canadiens and Toronto Maple Leafs. But if the Bruins keep playing like this, it doesn't matter what conference they'll be in. Forward Sidney Crosby is missing after a 3-1 loss to the Red Hot Bees last night. Early in the second, the Bruins win the faceoff and fire a slap shot wide, but Danny Paille dishes the puck outside the crease for Greg Campbell, who snaps it home, putting the Bees up 1-0. 5 minutes later, center Rich Peverley intercepts a pass from defenseman Brooks Orpik. Peverley zips a centering pass for Benoit Pouliot, who aims a snapper over Fleury's glove, increasing the lead to 2. And a good individual effort by Patrice Bergeron. He moves into the low slot with a crafty dangle and fires it to Tyler Seguin, who finishes a clean one-timer, putting the Bees up 3-0. A scary moment, however, in the third, Sidney Crosby collides at center ice with teammate Chris Kunitz after both went for the puck. Crosby limped a little, but skated for the rest of the game. He called the injury nothing major. However, he missed practice this morning along with 7 other teammates. This begs the question, where's Sid the Kid? Well, Joe Paterno's not the only one who's leaving football. The Patriots cut some dead weight today, specifically about 350 pounds of it, releasing defensive tackle Albert Haynesworth. Haynesworth played in 6 uninspiring games for the Pats this season, recording just 3 tackles and 0 sacks. In a play that typifies Haynesworth's post-Tennessee career, here we see the Big D tackle getting crushed on this block, allowing Brandon Jacobs to score. It would be Haynesworth's last miscue as a member of the Patriots, as he reportedly engaged in a shouting match with Pats D-line coach Pepper Johnson after the play. Other NFL teams have until 4 p.m. tomorrow to claim Haynesworth, although it's uncertain he'll garner much interest. Ben, thanks very much. Angus, I'd say right away, the Bruins are definitely going to take the Northeastern Division. I think you take a look at a guy like Joe Corvo replacing a terrible Thomas Caberlet for the Boston Bruins. Caberlet came in and shot like crazy shots. He also not playing very sound defense. I'd say Corvo, night and day difference. Also, take a look at Tyler Seguin, guy who added a lot of muscle this offseason. Now he's more confident going towards those boards. He's definitely willing to score more, in that playoff experience help him improve as a regular season player. So I say, without a doubt, they take the division.
No, there's some good factors, Chris, and Tyler Seguin's definitely improved, but he struggles. He's a good playmaker, but he struggled in major junior hockey, particularly with scoring. Bottom line, though, the Bruins just cannot score. Only 5 goals through 3 games, and even the Ottawa Senators, division worst, they've scored 8 goals in only 2 contests so far.
Well, Angus, you bring up a good point, but I think you're looking at 3 games. And I think if we learned one thing from watching the Bruins this postseason, is that you never count them out, especially going 7 games in the Stanley Cup Finals. Another thing that's important, though, is take a look at their second line. Marchand, Bergeron, and Rich Peverley. Now, I know that might change up considering the fact that Krejci's been hurt, today in practice, but I think that's a second line that any team would be happy to have as probably their first line. I say that they take the division.
And you're right, Bergeron, great at faceoffs. Rich Peverley, he can definitely add some goals. But still, though, I think you go to their goaltending. Tim Thomas is not a workhorse goalie. He cannot carry the Bruins. Whatever they have on the offensive line, that's not going to be enough. Tim Thomas is going to do more harm than good in net this season. And so when you get guys like Thomas Vanek from Buffalo, Phil Kessel, or Dion Phaneuf from the blue line of Toronto, there are going to be a lot of goals, more goals going against the Bruins than for them this year. Folks, I'm Angus Dunk. He's Chris Costa. That's tonight's Point Counterpoint.